Every day, when you wake up, you are presented with an opportunity to reshape your reality, take charge of your life, and move one step closer to who you're truly meant to be. But there's something you must understand before anything else. The most powerful force you'll ever encounter in this world is the one inside you. The words you say to yourself, the beliefs you hold, they shape the way you experience life. And so here are 10 things you should tell yourself every day. Before you chase anything outside of yourself, remind yourself that you are enough. Not in a passive, complacent way, but in a powerful, purposeful way. When you know you are enough, you give yourself permission to learn, grow, and be better. But it all starts from within. Life isn't a straight path, and neither is growth. You will face obstacles, but when you see every challenge as an opportunity, you change the game. Challenges aren't roadblocks, they are stepping stones toward the next version of you. Gratitude shifts your perspective. No matter what you face today, there is always something to be thankful for. When you focus on gratitude, you become resilient. It's the foundation of joy, even when things aren't perfect. You have untapped potential inside of you. Every day, remind yourself of your capacity to grow, stretch, and rise above the circumstances. It's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Each day is a chance to make a difference, no matter how small it seems. Whether it's in your work, your relationships, or the way you approach a challenge, you have the ability to influence and inspire. The impact doesn't have to be grand, but it must be real. Success is not reserved for the lucky few. It's available to those who believe in their own worth and pursue their goals with conviction. Tell yourself every day, I am worthy of everything I dream of, and I will work for it. Your path is unique. It will not look like anyone else's. And that's okay. Trust in your own journey. Trust that each step, even when it feels uncertain, is moving you in the direction of your purpose. The world around us can be chaotic, but you have the power to choose how you respond. Positive thinking isn't about ignoring the challenges. It's about responding with hope and belief in your ability to overcome. Your happiness is in your hands. External circumstances may affect you, but how you choose to react is entirely up to you. Remind yourself daily that happiness is an inside job. Finally, tell yourself, every action I take matters. The choices I make today shape the life I lead tomorrow. Your actions, no matter how small, are the building blocks of the future you desire. Remember, these are not just affirmations, these are reminders of your power. Every day when you tell yourself these truths, you're not just changing your thoughts, you're changing your life. So tell yourself, I am enough. I embrace challenges. I am grateful for today. I am capable of more. I will make a positive impact. I am worthy of success. I trust my journey. I choose positivity. I am responsible for my happiness. I believe in the power of my actions. And when you do, you'll find that the world around you will shift. Because when you change how you see yourself, you change everything. Every day we wake up with the potential to shape the world around us. But before we set out to accomplish anything, there is one essential truth that we must first recognize and internalize. I am enough. These 3 simple words carry profound meaning, but we often underestimate their power. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to do more, be more, and become more. Social media, success stories, and even the pressures of our own ambitions can make us feel as though we are always falling short. Yet at the core of it all, there lies a simple truth. You are enough, just as you are in this moment. It can be easy to dismiss the importance of telling yourself this every day. After all, you might think, isn't it arrogant or complacent to believe that I'm enough? Shouldn't I always be striving for more? The truth is, embracing the idea that you are enough doesn't mean you stop pursuing growth, excellence, or self-improvement. On the contrary, it sets the stage for a more profound, sustainable kind of growth, one that comes from a place of self-acceptance rather than self-doubt. It's about acknowledging that you are worthy of love, success, and all the opportunities life has to offer, just as you are right now. This understanding is not about denying flaws or imperfections, but about accepting them as part of your human experience, not as evidence that you are unworthy or incomplete. When you tell yourself that you are enough, you shift your focus. Instead of constantly feeling like you need to prove your worth to the world, you start to realize that your worth is inherent. The journey of life is not about checking boxes or accumulating external validation. It's about discovering and accepting the person you are at the core. Once you believe that you are enough, You will be empowered to pursue your passions, face your fears, and take risks without the crippling fear of failure or rejection. This self-acceptance does not mean that you will stop facing challenges, but it does mean that you will approach those challenges from a place of strength rather than one of self-doubt. Think about the last time you felt uncertain about something, perhaps an important decision or a new opportunity. What did you tell yourself? Did you question your abilities, your potential, or your worth? It's easy to slip into negative self-talk, especially when faced with the unknown. But when you remind yourself that you are enough, you acknowledge that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. You are enough, not because everything in your life is perfect, but because you are willing to face imperfection with courage and grace. You are enough, not because you've already achieved everything you dream of, but because you have the potential to keep moving forward and creating the future you desire. Telling yourself that you are enough is also an act of kindness. It's a way to practice self-compassion in a world that often teaches us to be our own harshest critics. We are conditioned to see ourselves through the lens of what we lack or what we haven't accomplished yet. But this only breeds dissatisfaction and frustration. When we stop focusing on what's missing and instead focus on what is present, the strengths, the gifts, the qualities that already make us whole, we cultivate a deeper sense of contentment. We stop measuring our worth against others and start valuing ourselves for who we are, not just for what we do. This shift in mindset is liberating. In our fast-paced, achievement-oriented culture, it can be difficult to take a step back and recognize our inherent worth. We're often told that we must hustle harder, compete better, and prove our value to the world. But the truth is, success and happiness don't come from external validation or constant striving. They come from within. They come from a deep, unshakable belief that you are enough. This belief allows you to pursue your goals with confidence, knowing that your value is not contingent upon external circumstances. You no longer need to rely on the approval of others or compare yourself to those around you. You simply act from a place of self-respect and self-worth, knowing that whatever happens, you are enough. The importance of telling yourself that you are enough also extends to the relationships you cultivate. When you believe that you are enough, you are better able to form authentic, healthy connections with others. You stop seeking validation or approval from external sources and begin to show up as your true self. This authenticity strengthens your bonds with those around you. You are no longer driven by the need to impress or compete, but by the desire to connect on a deeper level. When you understand that you are enough, you also become more accepting of others, recognizing that their worth is not tied to external achievements or appearances, but to their inherent humanity, just as yours is. The power of these three words, I am enough, is that they free you from the need to constantly prove your value. You are not defined by your past mistakes, by your achievements, or by the expectations of others. You are enough simply because you exist. And when you believe this, you stop chasing a future version of yourself that doesn't exist and start embracing the person you are right now. This sense of peace and acceptance creates space for authentic growth, where you pursue your goals not out of fear or insecurity, but out of love and ambition. Every day when you wake up, remind yourself that you are enough. It is not an affirmation of complacency, but an acknowledgement of your worth and potential. This daily reminder will empower you to move forward with confidence, resilience, and a deeper understanding of yourself. You are enough, and that belief will transform the way you approach the world, allowing you to take on challenges, build meaningful relationships, and create a life that is aligned with your true purpose. When you understand that you are enough, everything changes. You stop seeking validation from the outside world and start finding fulfillment from within. You are enough, and that is the foundation of everything you can achieve. In the end, believing that you are enough isn't just a daily affirmation, it's the key to unlocking the fullest version of yourself. The world will try to tell you otherwise, but the truth is clear. You are enough, and nothing can take that away. Every challenge in life holds the potential to transform us, if we are willing to see it not as a roadblock, but as an opportunity for growth. In a world that constantly presents obstacles, setbacks, and disappointments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and helpless. But when you start telling yourself daily that you embrace challenges as opportunities, you are shifting your perspective. You are training your mind to see the potential for growth, even in the most difficult of situations. This shift in mindset is essential because it empowers you to approach life with a sense of resilience and determination, knowing that every setback can become a stepping stone to something greater. Challenges are inevitable. They are not a reflection of your inadequacies, but rather a natural part of the human experience. We all face struggles, whether in our personal lives, professional careers, or in our own minds. These challenges, however, don't define us. How we respond to them is what shapes our journey. It's easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned, but when you view these moments as opportunities, you are giving yourself the chance to learn, evolve, and ultimately succeed in ways you never imagined. The key to embracing challenges as opportunities lies in the mindset with which you approach them. If you see challenges as threats, you will likely feel anxiety, fear, and frustration. You may avoid taking risks or hesitate to move forward when faced with adversity. But when you tell yourself that challenges are opportunities, you reframe these moments into something much more empowering. Rather than viewing a difficult situation as a failure or a sign that you are not capable, you start to see it as an invitation to grow and learn. Every challenge, big or small, carries the potential for valuable lessons. It's through these lessons that you uncover strengths you didn't know you had and gain the insights that help you progress toward your goals. This shift in mindset doesn't mean that you will always find immediate solutions to your challenges. It doesn't mean that every obstacle will be easy to overcome or that you won't experience moments of doubt or frustration. The key is not in avoiding the discomfort of challenges, but in understanding that discomfort is part of the process of growth. When you embrace challenges as opportunities, you stop fearing failure and start appreciating the process of learning. You understand that failure is not the end, but a necessary step toward progress. The path to success is rarely linear, and the bumps along the way are not signs that you are on the wrong track, but rather indications that you are moving forward. One of the most profound aspects of this mindset shift is that it allows you to maintain a sense of hope and optimism even in difficult times. When faced with a challenge, many people fall into a state of negativity, convinced that things will never get better or that they are incapable of overcoming the problem. However, by telling yourself daily that challenges are opportunities, you remind yourself that solutions exist, even if they are not immediately apparent. You begin to look for the lesson in every situation, and over time, this attitude of openness and curiosity becomes a habit. Instead of feeling stuck or defeated, you approach each challenge with a sense of possibility, eager to discover the ways in which it can help you grow. It's important to recognize that embracing challenges doesn't mean that you will always succeed immediately. There will be times when progress feels slow and setbacks may occur. But it is in these moments of struggle that true growth happens. The act of persevering through difficulty builds resilience, develops your problem-solving skills, and strengthens your character. These are the qualities that allow you to face future challenges with confidence and determination. Every time you face adversity and overcome it, even in small ways, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. This in turn creates a cycle of confidence and success. Furthermore, embracing challenges as opportunities helps you build a greater sense of self-awareness. You begin to understand more about your own limitations, preferences, and areas of strength. You learn what drives you, what excites you, and what might hold you back. This kind of self-awareness is essential for growth because it allows you to make more intentional choices about where to focus your energy. When you encounter a challenge, instead of reacting out of frustration or fear, you respond with clarity and purpose. You recognize that the challenge is not something to avoid, but something to engage with and learn from. When you approach challenges as opportunities, you also cultivate a deeper sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the lessons learned, for the growth experienced, and for the resilience built. Instead of feeling resentful or bitter about difficult circumstances, you begin to appreciate the ways in which these challenges push you beyond your comfort zone. They force you to confront your fears, doubts, and limitations, and in doing so, they reveal your true strength. With each challenge you face, you develop a deeper understanding of who you are and what you are capable of. As you continue to embrace challenges as opportunities, you will start to notice that your entire approach to life shifts. You no longer feel overwhelmed by obstacles, nor do you feel defeated by failure. Instead, you become more focused, determined, and resourceful. You begin to see yourself as someone who can handle whatever life throws your way. This sense of self-assurance is powerful because it allows you to move through life with a sense of purpose and direction, knowing that no matter what challenges come, you are equipped to handle them. This mindset is not just valuable in the context of personal growth, but also in your professional and creative pursuits. In the workplace, for example, challenges often arise in the form of deadlines, difficult projects, or interpersonal conflicts. By embracing these challenges as opportunities, you can approach your work with a greater sense of creativity, collaboration, and problem solving. Instead of feeling drained or overwhelmed, you can channel your energy into finding innovative solutions. In creative endeavors, challenges often present themselves as roadblocks or creative blocks. But when you see these moments as opportunities to experiment, try new approaches, and learn from mistakes, you unlock the potential for true innovation. Ultimately, embracing challenges as opportunities is about changing the narrative you tell yourself. It's about refusing to let obstacles define your limitations and instead seeing them as the means by which you grow. Every time you tell yourself that challenges are opportunities, you are not only strengthening your resilience, but also paving the way for future success. The more you practice this mindset, the more you will discover that no challenge is too great to overcome and no obstacle too difficult to navigate. Because every challenge in its essence is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become the best version of yourself. Every day we are presented with countless reasons to be grateful, from the simple joys of life to the grander moments of achievement. Yet in a world that often emphasizes what we lack or what we don't have yet, gratitude is an element we can sometimes forget to practice. However, telling yourself daily that you are grateful is one of the most transformative habits you can cultivate. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you for the good things in life. It's about choosing to focus on the positive even when faced with adversity. It's a mindset that shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. And when practiced consistently, it can radically alter the way you see and experience the world. The power of gratitude lies in its ability to reshape your entire outlook on life. When you focus on the things you're grateful for, you're training your mind to focus on the positive rather than the negative. It's easy to become fixated on what's going wrong, what you still haven't accomplished, or the obstacles standing in your way, but by deliberately choosing to recognize the good, you begin to see life through a different lens. Gratitude opens your eyes to the blessings you may have overlooked, whether they are big or small. It shifts your attention from what you don't have to what you do have, your health, your relationships, your opportunities, and your potential. Telling yourself that you are grateful every day is not about ignoring the difficulties you face. It's not about denying the pain, disappointment, or challenges that life sometimes brings. Instead, it's about recognizing that even in the most difficult moments, there is always something to be thankful for. Gratitude is not a form of escapism. It's a tool that allows you to process adversity with resilience. It gives you the strength to navigate tough situations and see them as opportunities for growth. When you practice gratitude, you begin to realize that challenges are temporary, but your ability to appreciate what you have, despite the circumstances, is what will carry you through. The act of gratitude also strengthens your connection to others. It fosters empathy, compassion, and understanding. When you make it a habit to recognize the good in your life, you begin to notice the good in others as well. Gratitude allows you to see people not for their flaws or shortcomings, but for their unique qualities and contributions. It enhances your relationships because you begin to approach others with a sense of appreciation rather than expectation. This creates a positive feedback loop where you're more likely to receive appreciation in return, and the bonds you form become deeper and more meaningful. Gratitude also has a profound effect on your mental and emotional well-being. Research has shown that practicing gratitude can reduce stress, increase happiness, and improve overall life satisfaction. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you activate the brain's reward center, releasing dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitters. This chemical shift helps to elevate your mood and create a sense of well-being. Gratitude helps to counteract negative emotions like anxiety, frustration, and resentment, replacing them with feelings of joy and contentment. Over time, this shift in emotional state can improve your resilience, making it easier to handle future challenges with a positive and calm mindset. The impact of gratitude extends beyond your emotional and mental health. It also affects your physical well-being. Studies have found that those who practice gratitude regularly tend to have stronger immune systems, lower blood pressure, and better sleep. Gratitude is a form of self-care that enhances both your mind and body, contributing to a more balanced and healthy lifestyle. When you take the time to reflect on the things you're grateful for, you create a sense of peace that ripples through every aspect of your life, from your physical health to your relationships to your professional endeavors. Another powerful aspect of practicing gratitude is that it helps you remain grounded in the present moment. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle of life, constantly looking ahead to the next task or goal. But when you actively engage in gratitude, you are forced to slow down and appreciate the present. Gratitude helps you recognize the beauty in the here and now, rather than always striving for something in the future. It allows you to be more mindful and intentional with your time and energy. When you live in a state of gratitude, you're more likely to savor the small moments. The cup of coffee in the morning, a kind word from a friend, a moment of quiet reflection. These moments, though they may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things, are often the ones that bring the most joy and meaning to our lives. Another way that gratitude impacts your life is by fostering a sense of abundance. In a world that often operates on the principle of scarcity, where we are encouraged to constantly want more, do more, be more, gratitude shifts our focus to the abundance that already exists in our lives. It helps us realize that we don't have to constantly strive for more to feel fulfilled. The things that truly matter, love, health, connection, purpose, are already present in our lives in one form or another. Gratitude allows us to stop chasing external validation or material possessions and start appreciating the wealth of blessings we already have. This shift from scarcity to abundance helps to reduce feelings of inadequacy, stress, and anxiety, and instead creates a sense of inner peace and contentment. Gratitude also fosters a deeper sense of purpose. When you express gratitude for the people, opportunities, and experiences in your life, you begin to see how everything fits together to bring you closer to your goals. Even the challenges you face are part of your journey, and expressing gratitude for them helps you understand their role in your personal growth. Gratitude helps you recognize that everything you experience, both the good and the bad, is an integral part of your story and that your journey has meaning. It encourages you to move forward with a sense of purpose, knowing that you are where you are for a reason, and that every experience contributes to your greater mission. The practice of gratitude also strengthens your resilience. Life is not always easy, and we all face moments of hardship. However, when you approach those moments with a mindset of gratitude, you become better equipped to handle them. Gratitude reminds you that no matter how tough things get, you always have the tools to persevere. It helps you stay focused on the things that matter most, and it provides you with the emotional strength to keep going even in the face of adversity. When you tell yourself every day that you are grateful, you are fortifying your ability to bounce back from challenges and emerge stronger than before. In the end, gratitude is not just an emotion, but a way of living. It's a conscious choice that we make every day to focus on the good, to appreciate the present, and to recognize the abundance that already exists in our lives. By telling yourself daily that you are grateful, you are cultivating a mindset that will help you navigate life with a sense of purpose, joy, and resilience. Gratitude allows you to embrace the fullness of life, the highs and the lows, with an open heart and a clear mind. It is a practice that will enrich every aspect of your life, from your relationships to your health to your career. And most importantly, it will bring you closer to the person you are meant to be. We often find ourselves caught up in the whirlwind of life, focusing on what needs to be done, what's missing, and what we still haven't achieved. In this fast-paced world, it's easy to get lost in the noise, and we often forget one of the most essential things to tell ourselves every day: I choose to be positive. It might sound simple, but choosing positivity is one of the most powerful decisions you can make. This choice doesn't mean ignoring the difficulties or pretending that everything is perfect. It means deciding each day to see the good amidst the challenges, to approach life with an open and hopeful heart, and to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. Positivity isn't about living in denial or suppressing negative emotions. We all experience difficult moments, doubts, and setbacks. But the key lies in how we respond to those moments. Choosing positivity means understanding that while we cannot always control the circumstances around us, we do have the power to control our reactions and our mindset. It's the ability to acknowledge negative emotions and challenging situations without allowing them to define our experience. It's a practice that requires discipline, but over time it becomes an automatic response, allowing you to face obstacles with a sense of resilience and optimism. The power of choosing positivity lies in its ability to shift your perspective. When you make the choice to focus on the good in your life, you start to train your brain to look for opportunities rather than problems. The way we perceive the world is often shaped by our mindset. If we approach each day with the belief that things will get better, that challenges are simply stepping stones to growth, and that every situation carries a lesson, we begin to see the world in a more constructive light. Positive thoughts lead to positive actions, which in turn create a positive reality. This mindset allows you to engage with life more fully as you no longer feel bogged down by negativity or fear of failure. When you choose positivity, you also choose to take ownership of your life. Life isn't about waiting for circumstances to change or for someone else to improve the situation. It's about taking proactive steps to shape your experience. This attitude of empowerment helps you approach each day with purpose and intention. Instead of waiting for external factors to dictate your mood, you become the one who decides how to approach the world. You start to realize that positivity isn't dependent on your surroundings, but on your inner strength to stay focused on your goals, maintain a hopeful outlook, and refuse to let temporary setbacks cloud your judgment. This choice makes you an active participant in your own happiness. It's important to recognize that positivity doesn't mean pretending that everything is always fine. There will be times when things are tough, when the path seems unclear, or when you feel overwhelmed. But when you choose positivity, you shift the way you handle those challenges. Instead of letting difficulties derail you, you view them as opportunities for growth, learning, and self-discovery. You understand that challenges are a natural part of life, and your ability to stay positive is a key factor in your resilience. By focusing on solutions rather than problems, you empower yourself to move forward with a sense of calm and clarity, no matter how difficult the circumstances may seem. The benefits of choosing positivity are far-reaching. One of the most profound effects is the impact it has on your relationships. When you choose to be positive, you attract positivity into your life. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate hope, optimism, and warmth. A positive mindset allows you to build stronger connections with others because you approach every interaction with a sense of openness and empathy. You become someone who sees the best in people, who encourages and uplifts others, and who creates an environment of support and collaboration. This, in turn, creates a ripple effect, as the positivity you share encourages others to adopt the same attitude, leading to more fulfilling and meaningful relationships. Additionally, choosing positivity can significantly improve your mental and physical well-being. Research has shown that positive thinking can reduce stress, boost the immune system, and improve overall health. When you focus on positive thoughts, your body releases less cortisol, the stress hormone, and more endorphins, the hormones responsible for feelings of happiness and contentment. This physiological shift has a direct impact on your health, helping you feel more energized, focused, and balanced. Positivity also encourages you to take better care of yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. You are more likely to engage in healthy habits, prioritize self-care, and surround yourself with people and environments that nurture your well-being. Positivity doesn't just change your personal life, it can also enhance your professional success. In the workplace, a positive mindset leads to greater productivity, creativity, and problem-solving abilities. When you approach tasks with a positive attitude, you're more likely to find innovative solutions, collaborate effectively with others, and stay focused on achieving your goals. Positivity helps you maintain motivation even when things aren't going smoothly. It keeps you grounded in the belief that success is possible and that every challenge is an opportunity to learn and improve. A positive outlook can help you overcome obstacles with a sense of calm and perseverance, making you more adaptable in the face of change. Another significant aspect of choosing positivity is the impact it has on your ability to deal with setbacks and failures. Everyone encounters failure at some point in their journey. What separates those who thrive from those who struggle is how they respond to failure. When you choose to see failure as a lesson rather than a defeat, you empower yourself to grow stronger. Positivity allows you to bounce back from disappointment, learn from your mistakes, and use those experiences as stepping stones toward future success. Instead of feeling defeated, you see setbacks as temporary detours that lead you to the right path. This mindset not only strengthens your resilience, but also encourages a sense of confidence that can carry you through any challenge. Choosing positivity also means letting go of negativity and toxic influences in your life. Whether it's negative self-talk, toxic relationships, or an environment that drains your energy, making the choice to be positive involves setting boundaries and protecting your peace. You learn to distance yourself from people and situations that bring you down, and to cultivate a life that nourishes your mental and emotional well-being. This doesn't mean avoiding difficult conversations or people altogether, but rather choosing to engage in a way that prioritizes your own peace and happiness. By doing so, you create a space for positivity to thrive and for healthier, more supportive relationships to flourish. Incorporating positivity into your daily life is an ongoing process. It's a practice that requires conscious effort and commitment. But it's also one of the most rewarding decisions you can make. As you tell yourself daily that you choose to be positive, you begin to notice the profound impact it has on your life. Challenges become opportunities, setbacks become lessons, and the world around you begins to reflect the positive energy you radiate. Over time, choosing positivity becomes a habit, one that shapes the way you think, feel, and experience the world. It empowers you to live with intention, to approach each day with a hopeful heart, and to cultivate a life filled with meaning, connection, and success. In the end, the decision to choose positivity is not just about thinking happy thoughts. It's about creating a mindset that empowers you to face life with courage, resilience, and a belief that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. It's about taking control of your narrative and choosing to see the best in yourself, in others, and in the world around you. When you choose positivity, you choose to unlock the full potential of your life and to create a future filled with possibility and fulfillment. Life is a journey of constant motion, and throughout it, we are often faced with moments that challenge our sense of purpose, confidence, and direction. In these times, one of the most powerful things you can tell yourself every day is, I trust the process. Trusting the process means believing in the path you're on, even when it's unclear or difficult to navigate. It's about letting go of the need to control every outcome, and instead, having faith that each step, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, is leading you toward your goals. Now, this mindset is a cornerstone of resilience and patience, two of the most essential qualities that help us navigate the ups and downs of life. We live in a world that often emphasizes immediate results and instant gratification. With the rise of social media and a culture of comparison, it's easy to feel as though success should come quickly and without much effort. But the truth is that growth, progress, and achievement are rarely linear. They often come with setbacks, delays, and unexpected detours. Trusting the process means acknowledging that success is not always instant, but rather the culmination of consistent effort, learning, and adaptation. It requires patience and the willingness to stay the course, even when the results are not immediately visible. The idea of trusting the process is also about embracing uncertainty. Life doesn't always unfold according to plan, and there will be times when the road ahead is unclear. It's in these moments of uncertainty that trust becomes crucial. Instead of succumbing to fear, doubt, or frustration, trusting the process means recognizing that you are exactly where you need to be, even if you don't understand why. This belief allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that each experience is shaping you, teaching you, and preparing you for the next phase of your journey. When you tell yourself daily that you trust the process, you are reinforcing your belief that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Trusting the process doesn't mean that you won't encounter challenges or moments of doubt. It means that, even in the face of difficulty, you trust that every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. It's about shifting your mindset from seeing problems as setbacks to viewing them as necessary lessons. Challenges become part of the process, and instead of feeling defeated by them, you learn to use them to propel you forward. Trusting the process allows you to embrace the journey with an open mind, knowing that each moment, no matter how challenging, is a part of the bigger picture. One of the most profound benefits of trusting the process is the sense of peace and acceptance it brings. Often we find ourselves stressing over things we cannot control, the outcome of a project, the timing of an opportunity, or the actions of others. These are all things beyond our influence, yet they can cause us a great deal of anxiety and frustration. But when you trust the process, you let go of the need to control every variable. You stop worrying about the future and instead focus on the present moment, taking one step at a time. The shift in mindset creates a sense of calm as you realize that all you can do is give your best effort and trust that the process will unfold in its own time. You stop carrying the weight of the unknown and start embracing it as a natural part of life's flow. Trusting the process is also about having faith in your own abilities. It's easy to doubt yourself when things aren't going according to plan or when results aren't immediate. However, every challenge you face, every setback you encounter, and every failure you experience is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. Trusting the process means believing that the work you're putting in now will eventually pay off, even if you can't see the fruits of your labor right away. This belief in yourself and in the value of persistence is a key component of success. It's not about achieving perfection or having all the answers. It's about trusting that each effort, no matter how small, is taking you one step closer to your goals. Another crucial aspect of trusting the process is the importance of self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when things aren't going as planned, when progress feels slow, or when you make mistakes. However, trusting the process means being kind to yourself, understanding that setbacks and challenges are part of growth. Every misstep is an opportunity to learn and improve. Instead of criticizing yourself for not achieving something immediately or for not having everything figured out, you learn to celebrate the small wins and acknowledge the progress you've made. This practice of self-compassion not only helps you stay grounded, but also keeps you motivated during difficult times, knowing that you are human and that growth takes time. Trusting the process also involves surrounding yourself with the right support system. It's important to have people in your life who encourage you, uplift you, and remind you that you are capable of overcoming challenges. Having a solid support system provides reassurance when doubts creep in and reinforces your belief in the process. These people can offer perspective, help you stay grounded, and provide the encouragement you need to keep going, even when the road ahead feels uncertain. The right support network is invaluable because they remind you that you don't have to walk the journey alone and that there is strength in vulnerability and community. One of the most powerful aspects of trusting the process is the ability to surrender to the flow of life. This doesn't mean giving up or resigning yourself to passivity. Rather, it means accepting that life is constantly evolving. And sometimes things will happen outside of your control. Trusting the process is about letting go of the need to force things to happen and instead allowing life to unfold naturally. It's about accepting that the timing of events, opportunities, and achievements may not always align with your own expectations or desires, but that doesn't make them any less valuable. Surrendering to the flow of life doesn't mean being complacent. It means having faith that the universe or whatever higher power you believe in has a plan for you and that everything is happening as it should. The journey of life is not a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected detours. Trusting the process helps you embrace this uncertainty with grace, knowing that the challenges you face are not signs that you are on the wrong path, but rather signs that you are moving forward. Every experience, even the difficult ones, is contributing to your growth. Trusting the process is a reminder that success doesn't always happen on our timeline, but it is always happening. The more you trust, the more you find that life's unfolding is exactly what you need. It's teaching you, challenging you, and preparing you for what comes next. At the core, trusting the process is about cultivating patience, faith, and resilience. It's about letting go of the need for instant gratification and embracing the idea that true success takes time, effort, and perseverance. It's understanding that growth isn't always immediate and that each step you take, even when it feels like you're standing still, is contributing to your overall journey. When you tell yourself daily that you trust the process, you are reinforcing the belief that every experience, every challenge, and every moment is a valuable part of your growth. Trusting the process is not just about the end result. It's about embracing the journey and knowing that everything you need to succeed is already within you.